Kylie Jenner would first meet Tyga when she was 14 and he was 21. And 3 years later, media would begin circulating of them at Kylie's 17th birthday party, where a now 24-year-old Tyga hands her a bottle of tequila and tells her to take a shot. Just 2 days later, Tyga would call off his engagement to the mother of his child, Blac Chyna, and fail to show up for a club appearance in West Hollywood after the venue refused entry to underage Kylie Jenner. This sparked rumors that the two were dating, and Tyga would attempt to set the record straight in an interview with The Breakfast Club.
Now, are you smashing it now? Are you redshirting until you turn 18?
No, I'm not dating Kylie. I'm not dating that, so I just want to get that out the way. And I want to be clear to everybody that I didn't leave my family to be with Kylie. That's ridiculous.
However, Kylie and Blac Chyna began throwing shade at each other over Instagram and Snapchat, creating a messy love triangle between 26-year-old Chyna, 24-year-old Tyga, and 17-year-old Kylie Jenner. To make matters worse, more and more photos of Kylie and Tyga began circulating, with Drake even taking a shot at Tyga in a song, saying, "Act your age, not your girl's age." This was the beginning of the King Kylie era. She was rapidly gaining followers on Tumblr, Snapchat, and Instagram. She was dating Tyga, feuding with Chyna, and now even Drake was mentioning her in songs. Kylie was 17, and some of the biggest rappers in the world were suddenly talking about her, although it was usually about her and Tyga's bizarre relationship.
Now with Tyga, you feel like his relationship with your sister-in-law is inappropriate?
They closer in age than a lot of relationships that I know, you know.
He's 25, she'll be 18 in August, like.
Yeah, I knew Tyga was smart.
Around this time, fans started noticing changes in Kylie's face, and plastic surgery rumors were spreading online. Fans also noticed Kylie's style shifting, with some saying she was copying Blac Chyna, Tyga's ex-fiancé. And this wouldn't be the last time Kylie seemed to morph herself into the image of the woman before her. Meanwhile, Tyga got her name tattooed on his arm and released a song called Pleaser, where he seemingly brags about dating a 17-year-old while being 24 himself, saying, "T-nasty, about to catch a felony for it," as well as the song Stimulated, where he claims she's a big girl when she's stimulated.
I want to be clear to everybody that I'm not dating Kylie.
Khloe would actually defend Tyga in an interview with Complex magazine, explaining that she was sleeping with people in their 20s when she was 16, and Kylie's a special case, so it doesn't matter anyways. The next month, Kylie would finally turn 18 and go public with Tyga at her birthday party, after he gifted her a Ferrari valued at $320,000. This was probably the peak of the King Kylie era. By now, she was the most followed person on Snapchat, and had become the blueprint for a generation of young women everywhere. And Kylie would capitalize on this by launching her infamous lip kit. Debuting in 3 colors, the lip kit sold out almost instantly, as Kylie claimed they were how she achieved her plump lip look, despite later admitting she had lip filler. In just 2 years, Kylie gained more than 80 million followers on Instagram, and by the end of 2016, her lip kits generated over $300 million in revenue. This was the end of the King Kylie era. The success of her new company led to her taking on more of a business mogul aesthetic, and suddenly her content shifted from the In-N-Out drive-thru to boardrooms and factories. Additionally, with her turning 18, the controversy surrounding her and Tyga's relationship fizzled out. What had once been scandalous was now just another Kardashian couple. Even the feud with Blac Chyna lost steam once Chyna announced a relationship, an engagement, and a pregnancy with Kylie's brother Rob. This made the situation more bizarre than shocking, and without the drama, the chaos that had fueled the King Kylie era faded, leading to Kylie breaking things off with Tyga.
He started talking to Kylie, which was kind of crazy because she was like underage. I think she was like 16 or something, and we was like engaged and stuff. So that's kind of like what ended it.
How did you find out about that?
I feel like the same way everybody else did, the internet.
1 month after the breakup, Kylie was spotted holding hands with rapper Travis Scott at Coachella in 2017. In an interview with GQ, Kylie mentioned that after Coachella, she spontaneously decided to join Travis on tour, and just a month into their relationship, she became pregnant with her first child. Kylie retreated from the public eye during the pregnancy, and was absent from keeping up with the Kardashians, until she announced the birth of her first child, Stormi, in 2018. For a while, it seemed like she was attempting a momfluencer rebrand, with her content shifting towards walks with the baby and gardening. But this didn't really work with her audience. By this point in time, Kylie was a 20-year-old mother, and her fan base were mostly teenagers and people in their early 20s. What originally made Kylie stand out amongst her siblings was her relatability, but between her child and her business, she lost the chaotic, carefree edge that had defined her. Instead, she settled into the same wealthy, polished mold as the rest of her sisters. And with the rebrand failing to connect, Kylie once again retreated from the public eye. That is until Forbes announced Kylie as the youngest self-made billionaire. Suddenly, she was back in the spotlight, with the self-made label sparking huge backlash online. Fans had trouble believing that 20-year-old Kylie, who was born into a famously rich family and had appeared on their television show since she was 10, was anything close to self-made. And to make matters worse, Forbes would actually retract their statement a few months later, revoking Kylie's billionaire title and accuse her of allegedly forging revenue figures to appear richer than she was. As a result, Forbes rescinded her billionaire title and began questioning what other sales figures might have been artificially inflated. This was a big deal because at this point, Kylie's billionaire status was her claim to fame. The momfluencer rebrand hadn't worked, and her relationship with Travis hadn't elevated her the same way Tyga once had. Maybe it did at the start, but the public opinion of Travis was starting to shift, and Kylie herself was slipping into scandals that weren't even her own. On July 12, 2020, Megan Thee Stallion was shot in the foot by Tory Lanez while leaving a pool party held at Kylie's house. The very next day, while Megan was still recovering in the hospital, Kylie posted a photo of her foot with the caption, "Thank you God for another beautiful day." This was bizarre, as Kylie was seemingly mocking a victim of DV that happened after a party she threw. Some fans claimed it was merely a coincidence. However, 4 days later, she posted a TikTok of her lip-syncing to a Tory Lanez song in her car, which was once again interpreted as shade towards Megan. Tory Lanez was ultimately charged with 3 felonies and sentenced to 10 years in prison. Now in 2021, Kylie announced she was expecting her second child with Travis and launching a new company called Kylie Swim. The announcement was received well at first, but once customers received their orders, the excitement quickly collapsed. The swimsuits were flimsy, turning transparent when wet, and didn't fit regular bodies.
If I move a centimeter, something's gonna pop out.
These swimsuits were seemingly designed for people with bodies like Kylie's, a body that's taken years upon years of cosmetic surgery to achieve. That might not have been a problem if the company had marketed them that way, but they were sold as standard swimwear, leaving buyers feeling duped after they arrived. Even today, Kylie Swim is considered as one of the biggest Kardashian Jenner business flops. But unfortunately for Kylie, things were about to get worse. In November of 2021, Travis hosted his Houston festival that descended into one of the deadliest concert disasters in recent history. The crowd was dangerously overcrowded, in part because of Travis Scott's own marketing, which encouraged fans to sneak in without tickets and rush the stage. When the crowd surged, people were crushed and trampled, leaving 10 victims, ages 9 to 27, losing their lives at the show. Kylie would release a statement the following day, claiming her prayers are with the victims, before saying, "I want to make it clear, we weren't aware of any fatalities until the news came out after the show." However, her Instagram story from that night clearly shows the ambulance attempting to rescue victims from the crowd, while videos from other concert goers clearly show Kylie being rushed out of the festival by security. Following this, Kylie would once again retreat from social media, only breaking her silence almost 2 weeks after the event to promote her and Kendall's new store opening in the UAE, resulting in more backlash. In February, Kylie and Travis Scott's second child, Air, was born, but allegations of Travis cheating were exploding online. The scandal that followed went insanely viral, as it didn't reveal Travis to have a side piece, it revealed that Kylie was the side piece. This all started after an Instagram model posted a behind-the-scenes photo of Travis Scott at a music video shoot. Fans were quick to question why she was there, and Travis made a statement on his Instagram story claiming he doesn't know who she is, saying she wasn't invited and that she was sneaking photos. The model, Ro, quickly clapped back with a series of videos that claimed she wasn't just invited, but that Travis has known her for some time.
To say you don't know me and you've never been with me, when you've definitely been with me, when Everybody's seen you with me when I have pictures and videos of you with me.
The internet followed this lead and were quick to find evidence of Travis and Roe being together as far back as 2013. And this wasn't just one connection. She's been there the whole time. There are dozens of photos posted over the years, ranging from Roe sitting on Travis's car, Travis' shoes laying in her house, and even a birthday ski trip Travis allegedly took her on 1 month after Kylie gave birth to his first child. To make matters worse, Roe even claimed that Travis cheating on Kylie is an open secret all of Los Angeles is aware of, and that their relationship is nothing more than a PR stunt.
You cheat on that every single night. The whole city sees it. I really hope your PR stunt Happy Family goes well and the whole world buys it, even though you're the human being.
But this is where we go off the deep end. After some more digging, fans didn't just notice how far back Travis and Roe's relationship went, they learned they have promise rings for each other, and Travis had even been bringing her around Kylie for some time. For example, Roe can be seen in a video Kylie posted of a party she threw for Travis, and both of them joined Travis at Kanye's Sunday service. But here's the part that recontextualizes everything. Kylie herself seemed to know about Roe. Once she started dating Travis, her style began to resemble hers, the same thing she did with Tyga in Black China, except this time she went further, even altering her body to match the aesthetic. The picture these revelations paint is more sad than scandalous. Maybe the relationship with Travis was nothing more than PR, but from the outside, it looks like Kylie was trying to hold on to him, reshaping her body and style to match his desires, while he was taking Roe on a ski trip as Kylie recovered from labor. After posting a photo wearing a watch with the caption, "Tell your baby daddy I said thanks," Roe revealed that Kylie had blocked her on Instagram. However, despite Roe airing out all of Travis and Kylie's dirty laundry on Instagram, Kylie would ultimately take him back, and the two would continue dating for several months, before finally breaking up for good in January of 2023. This was a weird time for Kylie. The conversation surrounding her wasn't necessarily negative, but this was probably her least relevant period. By now, people had grown tired of her cheap products, her poor handling of the Astroworld tragedy, and her faux billionaire status. With Travis out of the picture, she needed to find a way to be seen. That's why fans were suspicious when just 4 months after her breakup from Travis Scott, she was seen getting close to actor Timothée Chalamet. TMZ, Daily Mail, People, and Entertainment Tonight all began reporting on Kylie's romance with Timothée, leading many to believe this was a fake PR relationship set up to make Kylie relevant again. And to their credit, it worked. Suddenly, Kylie was attending concerts, the US Open, and even the Golden Globes with her new boyfriend. But the relationship itself felt curated more than authentic. Their public appearances were heavy on PDA, with cameras catching them making out at nearly every event. And as if to complete the cycle, Kylie began drawing comparisons to Timothy's ex-girlfriend, Lily Rose Depp, mimicking her fashion choices and aesthetic, much like she had with Tyga's ex and Travis Scott's ex. Kylie was even caught liking photos Lily had posted 4 years earlier, leading fans to accuse her of doing research. But this time it went even further, and felt a bit stranger. She didn't just borrow Lily's style, she overhauled her entire aesthetic. After years of dating black men, Kylie had built an image around bold, hypersexualized fashion. But the moment she was linked to a white man, that image shifted. She began dressing more conservatively, trading the flashy King Kylie persona for something closer to traditional white girl chic. Even her skin tone appeared lighter than at any other point in her adult life. The reinvention might have kept her in headlines, but it didn't shield her from criticism. As Kylie and Timothée continued to step out together, a new wave of backlash started brewing, this time about her appearance. Fans started remarking that Kylie looked far older than her actual age of 27, with some comparing her to women in their 40s or even 50s. And the reason wasn't hard to pinpoint. Years of heavy cosmetic work were starting to catch up to her. Fillers, Botox, and surgeries that once gave her a hyper-polished look now left her looking overworked and prematurely aged, a sharp contrast to the youthful image she was trying to sell. This is when tabloids began pushing Kylie and Timothy's sex life as headlines. Kylie started making thinly veiled references online, like reposting a video saying the Knicks needed to win a game so Timothée would have sex with her, or posting photos of Knicks-colored lingerie packed neatly in her suitcase. Soon after this, articles began circulating about how much she was enjoying her sex life with Timothée, but instead of sounding natural or authentic, the coverage read like more forced publicity. The National Enquirer quoted a so-called insider who claimed Timothée had, quote, succeeded in making her forget every other man she's ever been with, and said that Kylie had been, quote, fulfilling his appetites like none of his previous girlfriends or flings. The source even suggested Kylie had to, quote, keep up with him, and if that meant threesomes or X-rated adventures, she was better off being there than letting Timmy off the leash. It didn't help that this same source tried to frame Kylie as a, quote, conservative woman with a religious upbringing, a description fans immediately rejected. The story came across as being desperate for headlines, which is exactly why so many people were convinced the relationship itself was just PR, designed to keep both of them relevant. These over-the-top articles about Kylie and Timothée's sex life were everywhere, and the timing was peculiar, as the very next month, Netflix was set to release its Astroworld documentary, a film that painted Kylie and Travis in an unflattering light. Kylie even launched a new project just days before the release, leading fans to speculate if it was all orchestrated to overshadow the documentary. In the end, it was another reminder of how carefully Kylie's public image has always been managed, a cycle of distraction and reinvention that's defined her career from the very beginning. From an early age, Kris Jenner seemed determined to set Kylie up as the heir to the family's empire. She was only 10 years old when Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered, and while most kids are playing with toys, Kylie was already being packaged as the next big thing. To accomplish this, she likely had plastic surgery before she even turned 18, and Kris is rumored to have allegedly pushed her into a relationship with Tyga to boost both Kylie's profile and the family's relevance. By 18, she was rich and famous, and by 20, she was a mother. Kylie was put to work before she had the chance to do anything else. Some speculate that her endless cycle of plastic surgery has left her dependent on painkillers, which could explain why we don't hear from her much, and when we do, she speaks slowly. It may even explain why the King Kylie era died out so quickly. Back then, she was still charismatic, posting vines with friends and joking online. Now, her identity seems to mold around whoever she's dating, as if each relationship is another job. Her connection with Travis Scott always felt shaky. He was rumored to be with other women their entire relationship, and their child together often gets framed as more of an accident turned into a PR move than a love story. Watching Kylie morph her look to echo Black China, Young Sweet Roe, and Lily Rose Depp is sad. It makes her seem like someone with no real identity of her own, a person manufactured by her family to keep their money machine running. Once vibrant and outspoken, Kylie flattened herself into a pretty face devoted entirely to the male gaze, to match whatever her boyfriend's ideal type might be. But it's hard to blame Kylie. From the very beginning, she was raised inside a machine that told her the only things that mattered were beauty, desirability, and attention. She's been playing the game she was handed her entire life, molding herself into whatever version would keep the headlines coming. In the end, Kylie Jenner isn't just a product of her own choices. She's the product of a system that never gave her the chance to be anything else. And maybe that's the real tragedy. Behind the fame, the beauty, and the endless reinventions, there was never room for Kylie to simply be Kylie.